Alright guys, welcome back to the Punisher's Paintball channel. This is going to be a highly requested video here. The DSR Plus from Dye Paintball versus the brand spanking new Planet Eclipse 180r. Super highly anticipated video. I know a few of you guys have asked for it, so really happy to get this cranked out for you here, guys. If you enjoy this, definitely make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel here, and when you're done watching, you've decided which one of these you want to pick up, use the link in the description and shop Punisher's Paintball.
I'm so free.
Alright, so these guns are, in my opinion, they're right neck and neck with each other, very comparable. They're in the same kind of price range. This is a similar market.
This is the comparison that everybody wants to see.
Yes.
Let's be honest. We've had a lot of requests since I've done the 180R videos. We've had a lot of requests for this video, so I'm excited for this.
I am too. So, guys, in typical Punisher's fashion, we're going to start off with our first category, packaging. I'm going to get this out of view here.
Planet wins.
Yeah, off the bat, we already know Planet's going to win. And we're going to do our favorite activity with any cardboard or piece of paper.
Throw it away.
Toss the shit.
Yeah.
Get rid of it. So, Joel has some extra packaging to go through before he gets to that. I get to start off first here with this DSR packaging. Definitely firm, definitely a pretty hard box, but not quite aluminum like this one is. Underneath its nice heather design.
I think this is aluminum.
Is it really?
Yeah, because
I've
never seen a DSR Plus case that's dented.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know, but look at how easily it pushes in here.
It does. I would like to point out that this one does not dent.
Not at all?
I haven't seen anybody with a dented case on these yet.
You've owned a couple yourself. You got an LV2, you got a CS3 now?
Yep.
You haven't beat them up that bad yet.
Between the two guys, only thing I'd like to point out, this does have a carry handle, which is nice. Doug's does not. Alright.
No, it does not. It is not savvy.
Nice metal zippers on both. I'll start while Doug's trying to figure that out.
Oh,
high IQ play.
My die thing is like hooked on both of them.
So this is going to be the same case that's offered with the Planet Eclipse CS3 and the LV2. Planet Eclipse high-end markers. There we go. And so on one side, you're going to have your actual marker as well as the Allen keys. Comes with a full set of branded Planet Eclipse Allen keys. And then what's nice is with this new case that they're offering is that there is a divider between the two. You get your full color manual right here. Anybody that's ever seen any of our comparison videos knows that.
That is Joel's favorite
But
feature.
I'm sure we've got some new viewers too. So Planet Eclipse, very nice barrel cover. Full thing of lube here, and then your parts kit, which is all labeled, which is very nice. So if you have to ever service your marker, if you ever have a leak or something that you're trying to fix, you're going to be able to service everything on that gun very simply because it's all labeled, and with your color manual, you just match that up. The other thing is, this comes with the S63 inserts, which we'll get to when we talk about barrel.
Deceptive,
but there's
I did not know that at first.
4, there's 6 total slots, guys. So you can fit a total of 5 inserts, 1 insert in the barrel back, plus 4 other inserts, and that, so you can fit a full barrel kit.
Yes,
so
very
that's
much.
Nice.
So then looking at the Dye DSR Plus, similar idea with the packaging where it's got this side that has your barrel slots, has the barrel cover as well, but it's unbranded and honestly kind of lackluster looking. And as far as the wrenches, now this is news to me. I didn't realize this when we did a video previously. They're now just giving you an Allen wrench set. So there is no type of multi-tool whatsoever. Nobody liked the new multi-tool anyway. So I guess this is kind of better because you get more wrenches. But
I prefer it, honestly.
Yeah, you think so?
Compared to the new multi-tool. Even the old multi-tool, because the old multi-tool was hard to get into specific spots.
Yeah, because you had
so I ended up using regular Allen keys anyways, yeah.
So this is the first that in my lifetime, I've ever seen Dye offer just regular wrenches. Kind of interesting. But you only do get 4 slots for the barrels, and this is not an insert system. This is barrel tip and back. So in reality, you get a spot for your tip, and then you get 3 barrel backs that you can have in this case at any point. In total, Dye offers 4 sizes, so I don't know what you're going to do with that 4th one if you end up buying it, but it is what it is.
Most people use the 8.0, 8.4, and 8.8 that comes from Dye.
I got you. Yeah, I guess you don't really need too much more. But this is also a divided case, although this divider is a little less kind of sturdy, and there's not as much pocketing.
This is key, Doug.
Yeah, the ability to strap it down.
This strap right here is super nice because it holds that into place, so that way when you're flipping it up, all your barrels and everything, like that was my biggest complaint with old Planet Eclipse cases, was that like you'd open this up and your barrels would fall out, your manual would fall out. With this, it separates everything, keeps it nice.
Now you can just grab your gat and go get on the field and play. But the other side of this will have your rather small container of lube,
Less lube.
Yes, it is. It's the same Dow 33 as any other, but just less of it. This is, I'm assuming, to like flash your board and whatnot and do updates and whatnot. This is not a rechargeable marker. This is a battery-powered marker. They do give you a battery. I'm not sure what off-brand it is, but they do at least give you an extreme power 9-volt.
Yeah.
Along with...
It's actually a good quality battery.
Is it really? There you go.
It's made for paintball guns.
Your color-coordinated O-ring kit and your startup manual here.
Yeah.
Not bad to get you going, but I really am going to have to give it to Planet Eclipse on packaging overall, the quality of the case, and their manual is just out
I
of
will
this world.
say the packaging on this is not bad though. Like the colored O-rings is nice because you actually, on your quick start guide or your startup guide here, you have all of your different O-rings and everything, so that is nice, and it's going to walk you through the bolt system and everything, so that is kind of nice. If you ever have to service your bolt, you're going to have a pretty decent idea compared to like the shocker amp, right? Like the shocker amp, you're guessing. You're guessing hardcore. So, all right, packaging for me goes to Planet on that.
Also, for me, it goes to Planet.
Your phone locked up.
It's shut. My bad.
All right, next thing on the list, guys, is going to be the barrel system. So this comes with the, basically it's a shaft barrel system that's been bored out that takes S63 inserts. So it's going to take the same inserts as the Planet Eclipse LV2 and the CS3.
And this is your Dye UL barrel. This looks like the tip is like kind of back to being fatter, right?
So it's the original tip.
This is okay,
and it's called the core back, which is it's the same threads. So it's basically a different milled UL barrel.
That's okay. I was gonna say if you didn't tell me that, this to me is just still UL barrel.
Right.
Either way, very oddly popular in the paintball community. People really swear by these things. Daddy Joel here himself actually shoots a barrel like this on his personal CS3. Yep. I've seen people put them on LV2s. I've seen people put them on any other kind of gun. It's that sound signature, I think, that really gets people. So as far as barrel like sizes and inserts and whatnot, this is probably going to go to the S63 with Planet Eclipse because you only do at max get 4 barrel backs with this. But people do really like it. I'm still going to go S63 for my scoring. I don't know about Joel here. What are you going to pick?
I am too, just because it's cheaper. So
also true.
It comes with 1 insert. If you get, say, 2 more inserts to get 3 total inserts, you're going to spend only an extra $50. And then with that, you're going to be at, like, I think it's $60 to $70 per bag. Yeah. And that's, so like...
You're at another $120.
Right, so you're definitely at more for that. But other than that, they're both really good barrel systems. This does have quite a bit of linear porting on it, so it's a nice barrel system. Right? Yeah, so I'm pretty sure... Yeah. So the barrel, the shaft F63 power barrel, or whatever you want to call it, is going to be 14.5 inches, and that's a true 14-inch barrel.
That is one thing that that's the standard Dye. It gives you the true 14-inch barrel.
Feed neck, Doug. I've got a low-rise feed neck with a nice clamp here, and then I've got a large thumb wheel, which is very nice. So that's... I like the feed neck that comes with that.
I have, and also I would almost argue this might even be a lower rise feed neck. That has a nice clamp as well, a nice big clamp to grab onto, but it does not have the thumb wheel. So for me, I am probably going to also defer to the 180 for that because that thumb wheel is really convenient and comes in handy.
It is now, Dye is making a thumb wheel for it, and so does Exalt. So something to keep in mind, guys, it's a $15 part, so if you really like the Dye series of guns, you can get that.
Making a thumb wheel. That's a point for
Exalt
upgradability
and
later
Dye
on.
and stuff like that. Yep.
That is a point for upgradability.
For sure.
But either way, both of us, I think, are going to go with Planet Eclipse for now as stock out of the box goes.
Eyes,
DSR Plus.
Interesting.
I actually really like the eye pipe. I find it very simple. When I owned a Dye gun, I never had a problem with it, didn't crack it, find it easy to clean. I actually really like that system. Plus, the point that I love that Billy brought up at Cup that I never learned is that the breach, you're going to experience breach wear over the time of owning your marker. For $15, you can essentially have a new breach every season if you want to, and then that seal between like your bolt and actually like being able to not leak air out the front is never affected virtually. So I really don't have any issue with the eye pipe. I think it's a pretty smart system.
It's extremely innovative. I actually am going to still go with the 180R on this. And
I know you really like those mirrored eye systems.
Yeah,
right?
so the 180R it's different than like the Geo 4 and the CS1 line of guns. So it uses the same eye system that's in the CS3 and the CS2. So you're going to just pop that off, and this is going, but it's a reflective system. So there's a lower portion that reflects off the lower board that's connected to your trigger frame, and then it reflects here. And the reason I say that is because it's very simple to just pop that off real quick, and all you gotta do is wipe this down. Whereas like with a cable system, you have to get in the right place, you have to pull it, like get it out from underneath the, or from the gun, clean it, and then put it back and make sure it's sitting right. Whereas like this, it sits right every time, and you just boom, you pop it in, and you're done. But I mean, like, DSR Plus eye system is great. I'm gonna say wash on that because that is innovative. That's always been something that Dye does kind of unique, which is really cool. All right, battery changing.
This is toolless, but this is a little difficult when you're first kind of starting out to turn this thing.
Yeah, it
versus
is.
there, it pulls off super easily. So while they are both toolless for the most part, and same exact concept of just pulling it straight down, and they both operate off a 9-volt, I would give it to the 180R for battery changing.
Yeah, it is kind of tricky there. So sometimes I actually have to use like a coin or something.
Yep, that was what I used when we did a video last week.
But you know, like with time, I would assume that's nicer. So that kind of locks in place. I've never seen anybody like while they're playing pull this off. Like it's like the perfect amount of friction where it's not going to pull off easily. Like I had that issue with my M3 Plus where it just I pulled it off. Yeah, somebody scared me because they were like in the 50 bunker and I was standing right next to it. And I went like this and I flinched real hard and I actually pulled the sleeve off because there's nothing on the M3s. There's nothing to lock that in place. Whereas like with this and this, like I don't think I would have had that issue. So
wow, yeah, no, you probably wouldn't.
I'm gonna say wash between the two on that. Trigger.
Wait, do you mean wash or do you mean that you prefer?
No, I'm gonna say wash because I like the fact that this locks. And you know, like this is nice. I think with a little bit of time, right, you go back and forth with it a few times, that plastic will wear in. And I actually would prefer it to lock between the two, but I like that this is like the perfect amount of friction. So they're both really good.
Fair enough.
Like either one.
Okay.
Trigger.
I'm not a fan of the shape of this trigger. I don't like deuces to begin with, and especially not a reverse deuce, because for me, like,
people have commented and agreed with you on that.
It doesn't feel like you put your hand in here, your middle finger is naturally further away. Why would you make it so that one finger can be extra lazy, but the other finger has to travel twice as far now? Why not balance it out?
So if it was reversed, you would like it more?
Yes, because I like the responsiveness of the trigger. I do too. Despite the fact that I hate the shape of this trigger, Joel, I'm going to shock the world here and actually pick the DSR trigger. Because I cannot stand that trigger.
I actually am too. I've been able to adjust this trigger to like it, but I will say I do actually like the edge trigger. I'm not finicky like that when it comes to what you're talking about.
The shape is so bad.
But I do like the edge 2 trigger on the DSR Plus, so we're both going to give it the trigger to that.
Yes, we are.
Board/programming.
I hate programming dies. I find it very, very counterintuitive.
I think the biggest thing for me on the Dye guns is the joystick. The joystick on the DSR Plus is all the way at the bottom, guys, and that can be a real pain in the butt sometimes when it comes to, like, you're all the way down here, you've got your tank attached to the gun, and then you're on top of that, you're trying to like go this way and side to side with it. I would say I'm probably going to give it to the Planet gun on this, just because of that reason alone, like the joystick, and I've actually seen the screen crack on those before, where I haven't. Obviously, there's no way to crack the screen on this one.
Yeah. Planet guns are just a lot more.
Oh, and you're ready for this? If you crack the screen on that, you have to replace the entire thing.
Yep.
You have to buy the entire OLED rebuild kit. So there is that too. So for that reason, I'm going to give it the board and the programming. Now, as far as firing modes and all that stuff, I am actually not sure if there's any more firing modes. But like they're going to do semi, they're going to do semi on cap, they're going to do NXL and all that stuff. So, which most people are using. ASA.
Pops.
Yeah.
This needs to go. This lever, this needs to go. I used to not mind it.
Or at least allow the Slaps ASA to be an upgrade.
Yeah, make this compatible with the Slaps ASA.
Yeah.
Because the Slaps ASA is completely fine. Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
But yeah, for this one, easy peasy. ASA is going to go to...
I think that they did improve it, which is nice, because like when it's flush, like with the old DSR Pluses, you had to like get in there and like really push it up to lock it into place.
Yeah.
Whereas like this, because the ASA lever is larger, when it sits flush, that means the air is engaged and the ASA pin is all the way out, so that is nice. But I am going to give it to the 180R as well. I think that this actually feels a little bit sturdier than the 170R, and that's just me teching a bunch of guns. It feels a little bit, I don't know, just
you know what they did, Joel?
Sturdier.
You know what they did? They built out more of this, the ASA down here, and I think they milled parts of it where people are actually grabbing onto.
Yeah.
Like this was like, I think they actually really put some thought into the ASA of this gun, which I mean,
that's
not surprising for Planet. Like they definitely did something to it, knowing they didn't really have to, but good for them. So ASA, 180R, and
Ergonomics.
The ergonomics on the 180 are massively improved over the 170. In fact, you know, I need to actually touch these both again. So here's DSR Plus. And then we see the 180.
So the big change that they made, guys, from the Gtek 170R to the 180R is the rear. So the front is the same. The rear frame is thinner this way, which a lot of people did not like about the 170R.
Yep.
And I actually feel that it's angled more. I'm not sure if that's true or not.
It is. There's more of like a hump here now.
Yeah. So this is thinner when you grab onto it as compared to the 170R.
I honestly, Joel, so this is going to be kind of split. I really like the back grip of that more than this UO grip, but I think I like the foregrip of the DSR more than that of the 180.
I like the UL frame on the DSR Plus. I do a lot. It's really close between the two.
Yeah, they're actually pretty tight.
I think
I feel more sturdy with the 180 in my hands.
Yeah, so I'm actually probably going to pick the DSR Plus.
Yeah.
Because overall feel, I like the trigger of the DSR Plus. I like the UL frame better. But it's so close to me that I almost, if I could wash it, I would. Because the biggest problem I have with both of these guns is that the foregrip is extremely short and my pinky hangs off the bottom of both of them.
And you got 5'8" Doug over here. It's just fine.
Yeah, so there is that. But they're really close between the two.
Yeah.
All right, wait.
Tell me I put batteries in this thing.
You did.
All right.
Okay, so which one first?
Here,
DSR Plus?
Yeah, I'll grab the battery out of the case.
Yep. All right, so we're going to do the 180R here. This is with the barrel and the battery. We're at 1 pound, 14.6 ounces. You guys might just have to trust us on this because I'm not sure if you guys are going to be able to see that there. But it's 1 pound, 14.6 ounces. And then with the DSR Plus,
so we'll set the marker down and then I'm going to put the battery on top of it right here.
Yeah. Wow. 2 pounds, 0.1 ounces. So the Gtek is a little bit lighter.
A little bit lighter. Ever so slightly.
Yep. So weight goes to the 180R. Next up is maintenance, guys, between the two.
180.
Yes.
I'm picking 180.
Yes. I'm going to pick the 180
I just find it to be a simpler gun to maintain.
Yeah. And so the bolts are very similar as far as maintaining the bolts. I'm going to give it to the 180 because maintaining the regulator on this requires a little bit more work than maintaining the regulator on this. The screws to take out your regulator are right here, whereas you actually have to take the grips off, and then the screws are on the side underneath the grips here, and then you have to pull it out and then unscrew. There's like a HPR housing assembly that you have to unscrew, whereas like the bolts are, bolts. Like you're just gonna
take the can off,
it out,
the
and
rings,
everything
put
else
back
like
on.
that. So I'm gonna give it to the 180 just because of that. Build quality / reliability.
180.
Now this is because our next topic is going to be tech support and then upgradability. On the upgradability talk, we obviously have to talk about the IM Pro Kit with the DSR Plus because that's a big thing. So for $90 you can get the IM Pro Kit, and it supposedly changes reliability as well as the efficiency
of the marker.
I would say that the reliability with a stock DSR Plus is not as good as the 180R. Now, with the IM Pro Kit, I haven't seen anybody break down with the IM Pro Kit yet.
Yeah, me neither.
So, because you're replacing the spool, you're replacing the HPR, like the entire HPR assembly. You replace the piston, the spring, and the isolator plate. And there was issues with efficiency on the isolator plate as well as the spool over time, the solenoid spool. So with the IM Pro Kit, that all kinds of disappears. But if you're just talking about the stock DSR Plus, I'm going to give it to the 180.
I would as well. So then,
tech support.
tech support at Planet.
Yeah.
At Planet. Unfortunately, the only time I ever see a dye vendor is at NXL events, national events.
Correct.
I know that we have good luck if we send them a gun. If there's something that we can't handle, they're very quick about turning it around, which is great, easy to work with. But when it comes to like the common user, you know, I really think it's a better experience if there's more accessibility at regional events, and
Yes.
Planet Eclipse has that covered. So
yeah, Planet Eclipse guys pretty much always sends a master tech to any like regional X-Ball event or pretty much any like scenario event. They're gonna have a tech there. Whereas, like, at least in our neck of the woods, because, you know, dyes in California, but they don't really do that around here. So, from that standpoint, I'm going to choose.
I'm also going to choose PE.
Upgradability.
Immediately the DSR. So
because the IM Pro Kit.
IM Pro Kit,
there's
the
a mech
thumb
frame.
wheel, there's a mech frame. Like, it's just.
Yeah.
I can't wait till they make it compatible with the slap so we can just give it even more points. But
yeah, I would say that too, because the IM Pro Kit is definitely a game changer. Like, go watch our video that I did on that, because I actually did an efficiency test beforehand and afterwards, and it was like night and day difference how much more efficient it was and reliability and everything else like that. So yeah, I would agree. Like with the 180R, you're going to be able to change your trigger if you want to do trigger. And
or buy a barrel.
Yeah, and buy a barrel.
I don't know if you really count barrels as upgradability because you can put that on anything. So, sorry, the PE gun is just better out of the box, and that's all it's really meant for, is just being out of the box shooter. But
all right,
next
I think that's it. I think we covered everything.
We're gonna have to take these bad boys outside and then give you guys a final total. So we'll see you at Joel's house.
All right, guys. So we're out here. We've got the DSR Plus, and Doug, you've got the 180R,
right.
And we're out here to do the last few parts of our comparison video, which is shot quality, efficiency, and paint handling, and to talk on that a little bit, and then to finally give you guys an idea on value of both of these markers and kind of where Doug and I's opinions stand with both. So with that said, I'm really excited to shoot both of these. We've been getting a lot of people talking about the DSR Plus and the 180R as far as like them being really close to each other. So let's get to it.
Let's get down to it. Let's go.
We have the 180R here. Shout out to one of our local customers, Ronnie, picked this up and he's letting us shoot it because we sold out on our first initial shipment. We got more coming in later this week. Yeah, thank you very much to everybody that ordered one. We got Spire 5 and some Valken paint here, and we are going to chrono it here for everybody. First shot 300, second shot 285, 282.
Not bad.
Here we go. All right, Doug. That shot really good.
You can give that DSR shot now?
Because, I mean, the DSR Plus definitely is a great shooter too. Is this hopper on?
I don't think so.
Okay.
The battery was kind of starting to go, so it's
There we
going to take a sec. There you go.
All right.
Here, I'll chrono you up there, boss.
Yep. All right, so first shot, 303,
290, 280.
So guys, as you can see, we're right in the same range there. Gonna do a little side-by-side here. Whoops.
He was too safe. He turned it off.
All right, I'm putting some of the GI field that we've been using so that you guys can really see where we're shooting with the 180. Give you guys one last comparison here. Okay. All right, one more time here. All right, Doug, your turn.
Oh, yeah. Time to switch off. All right.
Okay.
All right, let me get that 180. I am excited for this. Ooh. Wow.
And that's shooting GI field, which is like,
That's
both of these are shooting the same paint, so it's a relative good comparison.
yeah, man. I really like that shot trajectory with this thing. Like that felt really nice. The ergonomics on this thing feels super solid. Like I don't know, man. That's gonna be a tough call. Maybe we should talk about this one.
All right, Doug. So there you have it. That was the 180. This is your second time shooting
Technically,
it.
second time shooting.
You shot
it,
the
yes.
one that the Planet sent us over the weekend when I was shooting it. This is obviously a different one, but whatever the case may be, this is like your true first impression
of a side by side, all that, yeah.
And the DSR Plus, as we know, is like one of everybody's favorite shooters. A very, very smooth shot.
Yes.
Between the two, shot quality wise, which one did you like more and why?
This is going to be surprising. I am actually going to stick with the soft and squishiness of the DSR Plus.
Okay.
Because I just like it. I don't know. I liked how soft that felt, but the trajectory on the 180R shot, I don't know why. I really felt like I could trace that very easily. So this is a tough call. Shot quality wise, though, I might still go with the DSR Plus, which is an unexpected conclusion for me.
Yeah, I mean, they're really close now that I've actually been able to shoot them side by side. Like, I don't think it's a night and day difference. Like, the DSR Plus is definitely a better shot than some of the other guns out there on the market. But I will say that, like, compared to the 180, it's not a night and day difference between the two.
No, you know what it is? It's the responsiveness is different.
Yeah.
And I like the response I get from the 180.
Gotcha.
That's what does it for me.
Gotcha. So shot quality wise, guys, that's really close.
That's hard.
I think I actually like the shot of the 180 more.
Yeah.
I really do. It's really close. The DSR Plus is a very, very close second. I wouldn't say it's a night and day difference, like I said, but they're really, really close. Efficiency wise, let's talk on that real quick.
You did just do an efficiency video.
I did. I got 1,600 shots off a full 77.
That's not bad.
We did the IM Pro Kit video of a before and after, because we talked about the IM Pro Kit when we were talking about this.
Yep.
And with the IM Pro Kit, I looked at the video and we got, it was on a 3,500 fill, but when I did the math, it came out to be about 1,400 shots for a 45 fill on a 77 with just the regular DSR Plus. If you put the $90 Pro Kit in it, it came out to be about 1,800 shots. So there was on the 3,500 fill, it was a 400 shot difference, which is pretty drastic. So efficiency wise, if you install the Pro Kit on this, the DSR Plus is probably going to be more efficient.
Yeah, it sounds like it.
And
which
then,
will bring the price up to about match.
Correct. That would be at 1,100, and you'd be at 1,090 for base colors.
Yeah.
And you know, obviously, like, the PGA colors are very special, so I don't really consider that.
No, not for this. No. Not for
so
the base
efficiency wise, between the two, you know, it's
if
hard
you're talking
because
straight out of the box, then
straight out of the box, you're giving the 180. But if you're willing to spend the $90 and install it,
and then equal amount in cost, then you will get that value out of the DSR Plus.
Correct, exactly.
And that kind of leads us into value a little bit too.
Well,
right?
let's talk about paint handling as well real quick.
True.
So paint handling between the two, we did a brittle paint test with this. Nailed it out of the park.
That was
5-star breaking from about right here. Shot uncapped ramp with it, didn't break a ball.
Yep.
DSR Plus, same thing. We shot. We did a brittle paint test on that just recently, Doug.
Yeah, I was here for that.
And
one.
I think we shot that once again. No issues there. So I think that's a wash.
Yeah.
Between the two,
they will both handle whatever you throw at them as far as paint.
Yep. All right. Value. Which one are you picking for the money and why?
I am gonna go. Even if I were to leave a DSR Plus stock and save the $100, I'm gonna go with the 180R simply because I actually like the ergonomics better. Because that improvement that they made over the 170, it was absolute money. And
You're talking about the trigger frame difference?
Yeah, the back trigger frame, and just the reliability is really what's going to keep me shooting Planet over the DSR Plus. Despite the fact that I did have a preference toward the shot on the DSR Plus, for me, I'd rather spend the extra $100 for something that shoots just about as nice and is not going to fail on me. I'm big on that. Plus, more efficient out of the box. So, I say the value is in the gun that will only run you an extra $100. If you're already getting to be over 1,000, another 100 shouldn't really break the decision.
Correct. And then if you put the Pro Kit in it, which is going to make this gun
you know,
significantly
a
more
monster.
efficient,
It's going to make this, and it's also going to make it more reliable too. Is kind of part of the IM Pro kit. So, with that said, out of the box, I'm 100% picking the 180R for a bunch of different reasons. The packaging's better, the barrel's better, the feed neck's better, the ASA is better, the overall easiness of the programming on the board is better.
That's the big one for me.
Yeah, and I think reliability, it's hard to argue against a Planet Eclipse marker when it comes to reliability. Now, when you install the IM Pro kit on this DSR Plus, it does make a big difference. So if I were to do DSR Plus IM Pro kit versus the 180R, once again, I'm still actually going to pick the 180.
Yeah.
It's going to be really, really close. It's not a night and day difference for me. But once again, to your point, Doug, the reliability for me. But honestly, that's not my main reason.
Yeah.
My main reason is cheaper to the barrel, right? The S63 inserts as compared to having a piece out.
Get more sizes, right?
Yeah, correct. And, you know, like the packaging, the case on it is a lot nicer.
That's a selling point in its own. Like,
yeah, and I've worked on the DSR Plus quite a bit, and I've worked on the 170, I should say, and it's more intuitive to work on the Planet gun as compared to this Dye gun. But they're so close, Doug. They're both great. I actually think these are probably the two top contenders just in general
for a mid-level gun
in paintball. Just all in paintball.
Yeah,
just all in paintball. These are our top two contenders. You're not going to go wrong one way or another. You know, DSR Plus has the UL frame, which makes it really ergonomic in the hands. But overall, I think the 180R is the pick for me.
Yeah.
Overall, value-wise, for the reasons that I described. So
value-wise, I agree. It's going to be 180 for me. I can't remember what the totals were through this whole video, guys. There's a lot of back and forth, but I'll put it up here on the screen right here for you guys all to see. Thank you for joining us and sitting through one of these, you know, extensive, in-depth reviews that we love to do. Love to have you guys on the channel. Please subscribe if you haven't. Make sure you like the video. And when you're done watching and you've decided which one of these bad boys you want to pick up from Punishers, make sure you use the link in the description.
See you guys soon.
I'm so free.